Welcome to the Daily Senior Safety Advice Podcast, where we share simple, practical ways to stay safe, independent, and confident at home. I'm Esther Kane, a retired occupational therapist, a certified aging in place specialist, and a dementia care specialist. Before we start, I want to share my new books with you. The Stoic Caregiver, a 3-volume set written for family caregivers. You'll find them on Amazon and at thestoiccaregiver.com. And anytime you'd like more help, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. Today's episode is titled, My Mom Won't Let Anyone Help Her, Why She Says No, and What Actually Works. So let's get started. I want to talk about something today that I hear almost every single week. It usually starts with a phone call. A daughter or a son says to me, Esther, my mom will not let anyone help her, not me, not my brother, not a caregiver, nobody, and I'm scared something is going to happen. If that's you today, I want you to hear this first. You are not failing, and your mother is not being unreasonable on purpose. There's almost always something underneath the no, and when you understand what that something is, everything gets a little easier. So let's talk about it. Now, here's the first thing I want to clear up. A lot of families believe that refusing help is stubbornness, that mom is just being difficult. In all my years working with older adults in their homes, I can count on one hand the number of times it was really about stubbornness. Most of the time, it's fear. Fear that accepting help is the first step toward losing her home. Fear that if she admits she can't do something, someone will decide for her. Fear of being a burden to her children. Fear about money. And sometimes a very quiet fear that this is the beginning of the end. Think about what you're actually asking her to do. You're asking a woman who raised a family, ran a household, and solved everyone else's problems to now sit down and let someone else wash her dishes. That's not a small thing. That's an identity change. And this is important. When someone says no to help, they're often not saying no to you. They're saying no to what the help means. Another thing I've noticed over the years is that families tend to offer help in the biggest possible way right at the start. They say, Mom, we've hired someone to come 5 days a week to help you bathe and dress. That's a lot. That's a stranger in the bathroom 5 days a week. What works much better is starting small and starting outside the personal stuff. Personal care is the most private thing there is, so don't lead with it. Lead with the lawn, lead with the heavy grocery bags, lead with someone to drive her to church or to the store, lead with a housekeeper who comes for 2 hours on a Tuesday. Once she gets used to a helpful person being in her world and she sees that nothing bad happened, the door opens a little wider. I've seen it happen so many times. The woman who swore she'd never let anyone in her kitchen is 6 months later asking when her helper is coming back. Now, here's something interesting about the words we use. Words matter more than we realize. Caregiver can sound like something you need when you're sick. Home health aide can sound like a hospital. Try softer words. A housekeeper, a companion, a driver, a helper, someone who comes to give you, the family caregiver, a hand. And that last one is worth its weight in gold. Many mothers who will not accept help for themselves will absolutely accept help for their child. So you can say, Mom, I'm worn out. Would you let someone come in on Thursdays so I can catch my breath? Now, she's not the patient. She's the mother helping her kid. That's a role she recognizes. Another thing that helps is giving her choices instead of announcements. Instead of, someone is coming Monday, try, would you rather have someone come Monday or Thursday? Instead of, you need help with meals, try, would you rather I bring dinner over or should we try a delivery service? Two options. Both are safe. She stays in charge, and staying in charge is the whole ball game. Now, I also want to be honest with you about something. Sometimes the message just lands better coming from someone who isn't family. If her doctor says it, it's medical advice. If her daughter says it, it can feel like criticism. That's not fair, but it's very human. So use it. Ask her doctor to bring it up. Ask for a home safety evaluation from an occupational therapist. Ask a trusted pastor, a neighbor, an old friend. I can't tell you how many times I walked into a home as the outside professional and said the exact same thing the family had been saying for 2 years, and this time she nodded. And this is important. If your mother is living with dementia, the rules change. With dementia, a person may truly not be able to see what she can no longer do. That's not denial, that's a change in the brain. And you cannot argue someone into insight they don't have. So instead of convincing, you go around. You don't debate, you agree with the feeling, then you redirect. You've always taken good care of this house. Let's have Maria come help us with the heavy stuff. Short, warm, move on. Now let's talk about where the line is. There are preferences and there are safety issues, and they are not the same thing. If mom wants to keep her old sofa and eat cereal for dinner, that's her business. She's allowed to live the way she wants. We call that the dignity of risk, and it's real. None of us live perfectly safe lives. But when it comes to driving or medication mistakes or a stove left on or falls that keep happening or wandering out of the house, that's a different category. Those are the moments to gently but firmly step in and to get help from her doctor. Everything else can be a slow conversation. Those cannot. And one last thought from years of sitting at a lot of kitchen tables. You may not be able to change her mind today. You may not change it this month. What you can do is stay close, stay kind, and stay ready. Keep the relationship strong so that when she's finally ready to say yes, you're still the person she trusts enough to say it to. That is not failure. That's patience. And in this work, patience does more than pressure ever will. So here's what I'd like you to try this week. Just one small thing. Pick a task, not personal care, something ordinary, and offer two choices. Then let it be. You're doing better than you think you are, and she's lucky to have you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It means a great deal. For more tips and resources, please visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're looking for a professional near you, aginginplacedirectory.com can help you find an aging in place specialist. If you'd like more support on this caregiving road, my books, The Stoic Caregiver, are on Amazon and at thestoiccaregiver.com. Please subscribe here or on our YouTube channel. Take good care of yourself. This is Esther Kane.